And another case study. How do I deal with a client who has a mini emotional breakdown? A little while ago, I worked with a client who had gone through a divorce several years before we started working together. And in the course of that divorce, she had accumulated a load of paperwork that has been sitting in her living room for a long time. It wasn't a simple divorce. There were a lot of legal papers involved. There was a lot of to and fro and lots and lots and lots of paperwork. Now, we went through all of these to determine which ones are still important documents and which ones had gone through the process and weren't necessary anymore. Obviously, we worked together on this matter because she knew exactly what was going on, and I brought in the organizational level to put things in order for her to find easily. But then we arrived at a point where my client became really accustomed to going through the papers. She didn't really seem fazed anymore by whatever she came across. But then she pulled one envelope out of the shelf and she looked at it, and I could see the temperature in the room drop. I could physically feel how she closed back into herself. And at that point, I just took that envelope. It was a black envelope with white writing. And I held it in my hand and I pulled her back and I said, "Listen, I can see you're upset. Let's go into the kitchen. You need a break. I'll make you a cup of tea. Take a breather. I'll hold on to this. Don't worry about it right now. Just focus on the tea." So we had a cup of tea and we didn't really talk about this item. And when we went back into that room, she told me that the black envelope contained her wedding vows from the marriage that ended so dramatically. So obviously she was shaken. So we had to find a solution. Either this has to go, or it has to be in a place where she cannot accidentally stumble across it. She decided she wasn't ready to let it go. And that was perfectly fine. But in order to make sure that she's not shaken by it anymore in the future, what I proposed to do and what she finally did was to take a white envelope, put the black one in, draw a radioactive sign on the white envelope, put the whole thing in a plastic binder and put it with the documents in the firebox. So it's in a privileged place, but it is clearly visible that it's something different from the rest in that box. And that worked like a treat. Once we had done that, she had kind of processed the fact that she's holding on to this, but in a safe place. And within minutes, we were back to cruising speed and were going through documents again. And she confirmed afterwards, months afterwards, that that was exactly the right thing to do. So sometimes these emotional upheavals require unorthodox methods to deal with them. And that is part of why I love this job so much. These cases bring out the creativity in the job, and it shows me how decluttering is actually a very, very helpful thing to do and to ask for. Maybe this tells you a little bit more about what a declutterer does. In any case, stay clutter aware, especially of the things that affect you emotionally, and come back for more. If you want more, there are options. Click the round logo to subscribe to this channel, or select the playlist in the middle to see more content, or check out the links in the description below. Oh, and feel free to like this video.